Once upon a time, in the heart of Africa, where the sun painted the earth with its golden hues and the wind whispered secrets through the tall grass, there existed a small village known as Jambo. Within its bounds, amidst the vibrant tapestry of life, resided two inseparable friends, Aisha and Zahara. Their bond was forged in the fires of childhood, a friendship as enduring as the ancient baobab trees that dotted the landscape. Aisha, with her infectious laughter and vivacious spirit, was a beacon of joy in the village. Zahara, quieter and more introspective, possessed a grace and wisdom beyond her years. Together, they were a testament to the power of friendship, their connection unbreakable even in the face of adversity. But beneath the surface of their idyllic companionship lurked a shadow born of envy and resentment. Deep within Aisha's heart dwelled a seed of jealousy, planted by the subtle whispers of insecurity. Though she loved Zahara dearly, a part of her could not help but feel overshadowed by her friend's quiet strength and beauty. Try as she might to quell the rising tide of envy, Aisha found herself increasingly consumed by bitterness. She watched as Zahara's star ascended, her own light dimming in comparison. With each passing day, the weight of her jealousy grew heavier, threatening to crush the bond they had worked so hard to build. And then, like a storm on the horizon, he appeared, Malik, a traveler from a distant land, with eyes like molten gold and a smile that could charm even the most hardened heart. From the moment he arrived in Jambo, he captured the attention of all who beheld him, his presence casting a spell over the village. Zahara was no exception. From the instant their paths crossed, there was a spark between them, a connection that defied explanation. Aisha watched with a sinking heart as her friend fell under Malik's spell, her laughter mingling with his like a melody in the wind. It was then that jealousy reared its ugly head once more, twisting Aisha's heart with its poisonous tendrils. She could not bear to see Zahara happy, not when it came at the cost of her own happiness. And so, in the depth of her despair, a plan began to take shape, a plan to destroy the very thing she held most dear. As the days turned into weeks, Aisha's jealousy festered like a wound, poisoning her mind with its bitter venom. She watched from the shadows as Zahara and Malik grew closer, their laughter ringing out like a symphony of joy. But beneath the surface, a storm was brewing, a storm of doubt and suspicion that threatened to tear their newfound happiness apart. Aisha knew she had to act, to do whatever it took to protect her friend from the heartache that awaited her. And so, with a heavy heart and a mind consumed by guilt, she began to sow the seeds of betrayal. It started with a whisper, a subtle insinuation planted in Zahara's ear like a poisonous dart. She spoke of Malik's past, of rumors and half-truths whispered in the shadows. At first, Zahara brushed off her concerns, dismissing them as nothing more than idle gossip. But Aisha was relentless, her words like a dagger aimed at the heart of their friendship. She painted Malik as a charlatan, a man incapable of true love, and Zahara, already plagued by self-doubt, began to question the authenticity of his feelings. As the weeks passed, Zahara's doubts grew stronger, her once unwavering faith shaken to its core. She watched Malik's every move with a wary eye, searching for signs of the betrayal that Aisha had planted in her mind. And then, one fateful day, it happened, the final nail in the coffin of their happiness. In a moment of weakness, fueled by doubt and uncertainty, Zahara called off the burgeoning relationship, breaking Malik's heart in the process. The aftermath of Zahara's decision was devastating, a tidal wave of heartache and regret that threatened to engulf them all. Malik, unable to bear the loss of his beloved, retreated into himself, his once vibrant spirit crushed beneath the weight of his grief. Zahara, too, was a shadow of her former self, haunted by the memory of the decisions she had made under Aisha's influence. She blamed herself for the pain she had caused, unable to forgive herself for the role she had played in destroying their happiness. And Aisha, the architect of their downfall, watched from the sidelines with a heavy heart and a soul weighed down by guilt. She had thought she was acting in her friend's best interest, but now, as she surveyed the wreckage of their friendship, she realized the true cost of her betrayal. The bond that had once united them was shattered beyond repair, replaced by a chasm of mistrust and resentment. Aisha had sacrificed the most precious thing in her life, the friendship she had cherished above all else, all in the name of her own selfish desires. In the end, the consequences of her actions would reverberate through the lives of all involved, leaving a lasting impact on the small village of Jambo. The story of Aisha and Zohara would become a cautionary tale, a reminder of the destructive power of unchecked jealousy and the fragile nature of friendship. And as the sun set on another day in Africa, casting long shadows across the landscape, Aisha could only watch in silence, her heart heavy with regret for the choices she had made. For in the end, she had learned a painful lesson, that the greatest enemy can sometimes be found within one's own heart.